88.1 XFM, Tauranga Hit Music Station. Also, another sponsored episode of Mike Time with Marty. Jet's Car Grooming, all the way from Tauranga. If you want your car spick and span, just go to Jet's Car Grooming. I have got an amazing musician whose song was recently on ZM. So say hello to Brody Leigh.
Hi.
So, first of all, how are you? How's everything been going with you?
I'm very good, thank you. I've just recently made the move to Wellington and I'm studying. I'm surrounded by creatives and yeah, I'm just really happy. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Living the dream.
Glad to hear it.
How we'd call it. So, what was your reaction when your song was featured on ZM?
Okay, so I remember the first time I heard my song on ZM. I went out to dinner with my family. It was like a celebration dinner, and we literally we were in the car park and we were all crowding around my phone. And then I think it was Cam who introduced the song, and he was like "Sad Club" by Brody Leigh, and then my song started playing, and I just lost it. I burst into tears. Honestly, I think, yeah, that was so surreal hearing my song on the radio, and more specifically ZM. I just lost it.
I actually had the honor of interviewing Cam, and he is awesome. So
yeah, love Cam.
Everyone loves Cam. So, what's your favorite style of music? Because I know there's a lot of creatives out there who love different genres, but if you had to pick one.
That's a very hard question. I feel like it changes a lot, which is quite funny. At the moment, I'm really into like 90s rock, which is really surprising because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't expect that. But I mean, I love making kind of pop music, but I listen to everything and anything. So at the moment, I'm listening to a lot of like, who am I listening to? Like Kings of Leon, Nirvana, who else? Like the Chili Peppers, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what how would I put this? I'm trying to think. What gives you the inspiration to write music? Here we go.
Cool. That's a cool question. I mean, I started writing songs when I think I was about like 7 or 8. Like I was really young, and it was just something that I did for fun because I loved singing and I loved, like, you know, all the Disney movies where everyone would be like just breaking into song. So it started off as just like something that I did for fun, but then as I feel like I started growing up, I was, you know, you go through things at school, whether someone's not nice to you or like you're just having trouble socially or whatever it may be, it became more of like less of something I just did for fun and for a laugh, and more something that, you know, made me feel better when I was down or made me feel, you know, happy. And at the moment, it's definitely all my experiences about moving. It's my friends, my family, my relationship, like all that stuff is what inspires me to write, I suppose.
Okay. So before we started recording, you said that you've never actually done something like this before. What was your reaction when I asked you to be on my show?
I was really flattered. I was very excited. I've always wanted to be on like a podcast show, so I was very excited to do it. And it's almost like it's quite humbling, I suppose, and quite exciting because I never would have thought I'd be somebody to be on somebody else's show. So it's quite nice. I'm very glad to be doing it.
No worries. All right, well, Brody, are you ready to play the first game of the agenda?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, how well are you about thinking on your feet?
I don't think I'm that great, but I'll give it a go.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you some quick fire questions. You're going to answer them as quickly as you
can. Okay.
All right. Coke or Sprite?
I don't like fizzy drinks.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Summer. Love summer.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
Okay. Orange juice or apple juice?
Orange juice.
Okay, cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your spice tolerance?
0. Honestly, cannot handle spice.
Same. If you can meet one celebrity, who would it be?
At the moment, it's Holly Humberstone.
Ooh, okay. If you could be on a talk show kind of like this, which one would you want to go on?
I'm not sure if this is like the same sort of vibe, but I dream of being on carpool karaoke with James Corden. It's like
Oh, that'd be
my
great.
dream.
Who's been the most famous person you've met?
Years ago, my brother and I met Ed Sheeran. That was quite crazy.
Lucky. To be honest, everyone thinks that me and Ed Sheeran look alike. Mm-mm.
Oh, that's quite a cool. I can kind of see it.
Okay. What's your favorite genre of movies?
Rom-coms,
Ooh,
classic rom-com.
okay. Favorite actor?
Will Smith.
Okay. Favorite actress?
Favorite actress, Scarlett Johansson.
Ooh, okay. If you could pick one celebrity to make a documentary about you, who would it be?
Oh, so like somebody to play myself.
Mhm.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh, classic. All right, final
Mhm.
one. This seems to be the most hardest question to answer. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years time, I would love to see myself in a career of music, writing with other artists, releasing music under my own name. I'd love to tour and do shows, and be surrounded just by people and places that make me happy.
Well, that wasn't a hard question at all. You killed it.
I thought about that one before, so yeah.
All right, well, Brody, here's your chance for redemption. You get to ask me some quick fire questions.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me think. Okay, what's your go-to takeaway meal?
I love Chinese food.
Okay,
Sweet and
Chinese food.
sour pork.
Sweet or savory?
Um, Savory.
Cool. TVs or movies? I
Movie.
mean, TV shows or movies, sorry. What else? I'm gonna ask you summer or winter.
Summer.
Cool. And what is your favorite color?
Red.
Very cool. And if you could travel to one place in the world right now, where would you go?
Mexico.
Cool.
Mm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Trying to think of one last question. If you could meet any celebrity, who would you meet?
Jim Carrey.
Okay, cool. That's a cool one.
Love Jim Carrey.
Mhm.
Okay. So I've been politely stalking you.
Sure.
My job, I have to. So you won 2020 Smokefree Rockquest.
I did, yes, with my brother.
So I was actually part of Smokefree Rockquest, but I didn't make it to the next step. What was your
I
reaction
see.
when you won?
Honestly, I remember we were at home because that year they had to go online. I was at home with all of my friends and family, all having like a nice get together. And I think we weren't really expecting to win. We didn't know what to expect. We were just, celebrating the hard work and the experience. And then when they said the winners are Ben and Brody, we were ecstatic and we just hugged each other and everyone was cheering. And yeah, just it was so cool. And yeah, it was definitely a music highlight for sure.
Okay, so your debut single Sad Club is out now. How long did it take you to write that song?
So with some songs, and I feel like a lot of artists can relate, some songs come out very, very quickly and some songs take a lot longer to, fine tune, whether it be like lyrically or with the like production side of things. But I remember I was just so upset one night at home. There was nobody home. I was just sat by the piano and I just like played a random chord, and then it was the first chord. I was like, oh, that's kind of pretty. And then I kept messing around. I found the chords. And I think like the the base of that song took me like half an hour, and I had like a rough demo by then, and then a couple of days later I took it to my producer and my manager, and then we just fine-tuned it in like a couple hours, and it was a very quick process, which was cool.
Okay, so who would you say are your top 5 music inspirations?
Oof. I'm a huge fan of Billie Eilish and Phineas, production-wise and creatively. Oh, I can't say that word. Creatively, they are just like breaking boundaries, which I think is incredible. Definitely Holly Humberstone, Lennon Stella, Julia Michaels, and Lucky Last, who have I been listening to? I'm just going to check my Spotify. Lauv is my other, like, I always listen to Lauv. His production is just amazing.
My favorite song from Lauv is I'm So Tired.
Yes, love that song.
Okay, so when it comes to writing music, do you like to talk about like the likes of Taylor Swift? She sings songs about breakups. Do you do that, or do you talk about like the normal stuff, like falling in love for the first time, growing old together?
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I think it's very dependent on what's going on in my life at the time. I mean, during the time I wrote Sad Club, there were a lot of other songs about, the breakup and how I was feeling. But at the moment, I'm writing songs that make me really happy, and they're about, moving and making friends and things like that. I think my goal is to never write just about one thing. I think it's really cool to keep living and experiencing lots of different stuff, because then you have so much to write about. Not that there's anything wrong with writing breakup songs. Love Taylor Swift. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my mind super open with like concepts for songs.
But so what were the main highlights of writing Sad Club?
I think it was, honestly, I like really needed to write that song, and I've always heard artists say things like that, and to me it would always sound so cliche, but until you've actually experienced that, I think it's just such a form of like therapy. I don't know, like writing, it really got everything off of my chest, but the highlight was actually taking what I'd had already to the studio and hearing it come to life with Joel Jones, who produced the song. He is just incredible and such a good friend, and he just added his magic to it, and it was like so surreal watching it go from like something I just wrote, sat at the piano, to this full-blown, like, this song, this pop song. So yeah, it was quite cool.
Okay, so who were your top 3 favorite New Zealand artists?
Oh, that's a goodie. At the moment, I love a band called Haven. They are incredible. They live in Wellington down here. Love Haven. Somebody else, NCK, so incredible. And Lavina, she just blows my mind, and her music is amazing. And I'm going to add one more. Her name's Paige, and she's on repeat. She's just a beautiful human, and I love her music.
Is she the one that did Waves?
Yes, that's her.
Love that song. All
Mm.
right. So, Brody, have you seen a show called Hot Ones?
I have, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sadly, we don't have any hot wings here. Thank God.
For you.
I actually did an interview with a magician, and he's like, "I've got hot sauce with me," and for some reason, I decided to bring hot sauce too. So we ended up doing it properly.
Oh my God.
Never again. But I'm going to take an idea from Sean, and I'm going to dabble into your Instagram, and you just have to explain that, Graham.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, goes
I'm a
nothing.
bit nervous now. Oh my gosh.
All right. Filming today with the Edge New Zealand.
Yes. Okay. I'm just looking at it on my screen here. That was a while ago. That was with my brother, actually. We went into the Edge and we filmed a cover. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Cover Corner or something like that. and we recorded an Ed Sheeran song, and it was so cool. We had like somebody filming us, and just felt so professional. So I had to post about it.
Hey, next one, not quite Abbey Road.
Okay, I thought this was quite funny, but nobody else seemed to get the joke. I'm a huge Beatles fan, and obviously I was like, hey, it looks like, the Abbey Road kind of walking across the street thing. So I thought it was funny, but nobody else really seemed to get it.
I got it. All right, and final one.
Oh, that one hits home. I mean, so last year I was about to go on tour with those amazing artists, and we were going to do some shows around New Zealand. But unfortunately, because of COVID and, all that entails around COVID, we had to postpone it and eventually had to cancel. So rest in peace to that show that never happened.
Okay, Brody, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've never done this before, but since you have your phone with you, how about we switch things up?
Okay, let's give it a go. Got it. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, I want to know what this one's about. Official Martin. Okay, you said let's go.
So I'm currently living in Palmerston North, but I was born and bred in Hawke's Bay, and I was like an ambassador for the Hawke's Bay Opera House. And when I graduated from high school, I went to radio school, came back, and I was asked to go to a show. And just stepping in through those doors, it felt like I was back being another ambassador. So yeah, I had to brag about it.
That's so cool. Okay, where's another one? What's this one? Another comedy show, Done and Done.
Ah, yes. When I was in Tauranga, I performed at the Hop House. And yeah, I think that was like my second show there when I was doing stand-up. And yeah, I love doing stand-up. I love making people laugh. Whether they're laughing with me or at me, as long as they're laughing, don't care.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I love jokes. I love jokes, but my jokes are terrible. So can you tell me a funny joke?
Okay. Well, hi, my name's Mark McConnell. I'm a stand-up comedian, not by choice. Yeah.
Sorry. Nice.
Like, oh, my parents are super proud of me. Right, one more.
Okay, one more. Let's have a look. I'm going to go. What is? Had my first day on air on XFM and the Riff in Tauranga.
Oh goodness, that was my first ever solo show at the radio school. That's why when I first started this interview, I went 88.1 XFM. That was the radio station that I ran, and just doing that, just being able to say those words feels like I'm back at the radio station, but also it just brings back a whole heap of memories from those 20 weeks when I was away from home in a place I've never been before. And I honestly didn't think I was going to do radio. I actually wanted to be a musician.
Oh wow.
And then now I'm doing radio, content creating. It feels weird.
Yeah, it's funny where the wind takes you sometimes.
Exactly. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of an extra one. Since you are a musician, I kind of want to hear you sing.
Okay.
So
wow.
we're going to play something called the word association game. So I'm going to give you a word.
Okay.
You just got to sing a song with that word in it. It can't be an original. It has to be a cover.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it a go.
Okay, let's go with love.
I love me do, you know I love you. The Beatles, Love Me Do.
Okay, let's go with Box.
Box. I'm not sure if you remember that song. It's like, there's a little black box, yeah, somewhere in the ocean. Da, 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 da. I don't know how. Yeah, Sandwalker, Little Black Box.
Okay, let's go with Time.
There's just no time to die by Billie Eilish.
Ooh, all right, last one. Let's go with. Trying to think of something that's a little harder. Beat.
Pardon me?
Beat. B-E-A-T.
Beat. And all I need is a beauty and a beat by Justin Bieber.
Yes, love it. All right. So, of course, doing music. What else does Brody do?
Brody, what else do I do? Wow. I love anything creative, anything artsy. I mean, I love taking pictures. I love being outside. Some of my hobbies, I just joined volleyball. No good at volleyball because if you meet me, I'm like 5'2", 5'2.5", so I'm really short. So it's probably the worst sport I could be playing, but it's fun. And then I love movies. I love cooking and baking. Yeah, anything like that. Anything that's a little bit like wholesome and, comforting.
Okay, so what advice would you give someone that's wanting to get into music?
I think, it's a good question. I think it takes a lot of, self-confidence, and it takes a lot of patience with music, because in my experience, I felt a lot of, not judgment, but I felt a lot of insecurity about what I was doing, because not a whole lot of people in my school were making music and singing and writing songs. So I think just, sticking to what you love because you love it, and not letting the fear of other people kind of get in the way. And to share your music, because the people who are close to you and support you will always be there for you, and it makes you feel good when people enjoy your music. So music is made to be shared, in my opinion.
So when you were young, did you always want to be a musician, or did you want to do something else?
It's funny because I feel like I've always wanted to be a musician ever since, but I think now more so than ever. I think when I was a lot younger, I just loved writing music, and I think I wanted to be like a fashion designer at one point because I loved clothes and I used to just draw clothes. But I mean, when I was maybe 13, I was like, nope, this is what I want to do. I want to write music and sing. I want to be an artist. And ever since then, I've just like every day I've wanted to be it more.
So what's been the biggest lesson you've learned from starting your solo career?
To be patient. I am a very, very impatient person, only because I'm so passionate about music, and I feel like I'm ready to go right now. I want to release this. I want to do this. I'm just ready to be on the go. But I think with music, especially being at the age I am, I think you have to, take your time and really perfect what you're going to release, so that you're still, it like sustains who you are, and you don't rush music, but at the same time keep going. Like I'm constantly writing at the moment, and biggest lesson I've learned is don't rush, but also have patience.
Fair enough. So if I was to ask you, how long does it normally take to write a song, come up with the instrumentals, to figure out whether it's going to be a slow beat, fast beat?
Okay, so with songwriting, I obviously can't speak on everyone's behalf, but for me personally, it's never the same. So whether or not I've started with lyrics or I've started with, the music and the chords, like it's really different every time I write a song. Like I have a list of notes on my phone, and anytime I'll be like in conversation or I'll be just thinking or reading, I'll just see like phrases or hear things I like, and I just put them in my notes. So then sometimes I'll be like, okay, what have I got to work with today? And I'll just look through my ideas. Or other times I'll be like on the guitar or on the piano and just messing around with chords. But honestly, sometimes songs come out in like half an hour, and then sometimes it can take up to like days, weeks, like months of perfecting. There's never like a set time.
So did you ever think that you'd be as successful as you are now, like winning Smokefree Rockquest, having your songs featured on the radio?
That's so nice. Thank you. I mean, I never expected to be releasing music, and I never expected to be doing, well, I think I always wanted to do it, but I guess I never really fathomed the reality of being on the radio. So in short, I did not expect this. And now I'm just ready to do the next thing.
Fair enough. All right, well, this is going to be the main game. This game is called Third Time's the Charm. So I'm going to give you a category, like pick 3 different genres of music. You just go name 3. All right, so name 3 brands of chocolate.
Whitaker's, Cadbury's, and oh my gosh, why can't I think of another chocolate? And Nestle.
All right, name 3 movies you would love to be casted in.
Oh my gosh, I would love to be in Back to the Future. I would love to be in Finding Nemo. I would love to play the voice of Dory. Oh my gosh. And then number 3, I would love to be Cinderella.
Right. Name 3 countries you'd love to visit if COVID wasn't a thing.
Yes. I would love to visit South Africa. I think it's meant to be beautiful. I'd also love to visit, I'd like to do Europe, and I'd also like to see, I'd like to travel Australia.
Okay. Name 3 foods that you hate.
I hate red meat. I can't eat red meat.
Okay.
I hate coriander. Never liked coriander. And I also hate what do I hate? Pickles.
Pickles.
Okay. Yeah, don't like pickles.
If you could control an app like TikTok, Instagram, what app would you want to control?
Ooh. Maybe like Subway Surfers. I don't know. Like I would not want to have control over any social media. I think that would be far too overwhelming.
Okay.
So like a game, something funny.
Yeah, and put your music behind it.
Yeah. This is my welcome to the Sack Club running.
What's your top 3 goals for the next 5 years?
Top 3 goals. In 5 years' time, I would like to have released some EPs. I think that would be up there. I would love to do a New Zealand tour. That would be a big goal. And I would love to what's the third goal? Maybe like sell out a a Brody Leigh show. I think that would be pretty epic.
Okay. So besides Ed Sheeran, name 3 celebrities you've met.
Ooh. Who have I met?
And no, I don't count.
I've met Paige. I've met Benny. She's awesome. And so I met Paige, Benny, and I've met Chris Mack from 660. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could change 3 things about yourself, what would they be?
I would be. Oh, if I can change 3 things about myself, I wouldn't be such a perfectionist. I would be a little bit taller, and I would be better at singing. I'd like to be even better. I don't know.
Name 3 of your biggest supporters.
My mum, my dad, my brother,
Okay.
and my sister.
Can't forget about the sister.
Yeah.
And final one, besides music, show us a secret talent.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any secret talents. I can move this ear, but you can't really tell.
Oh yes, I can see it.
That's so funny. Yeah, not that great of a talent, sorry.
All right. Well, again, Brody, here's your chance for redemption. You get to ask me if you want to see a secret talent, get me to name 3 or something. Basically, my show is in your hands.
Okay, pressure's on. Who are your 3 favorite superheroes?
Superheroes? Captain America, Spider-Man, and I wouldn't really classify him as a superhero, but Deadpool.
Okay, cool. What are your 3 favorite cuisines? So like could be Italian, could be Mexican.
I love tiramisu, which is Italian. I love a good taco, so Mexican, and a good old New Zealand hangi.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are your 3 favorite animals?
Animals, dogs, lizards, and cats.
Cool. And do you have any secret talents?
I do. I have 2. I am a voice actor, so I can sound like different people, and then also I play with cards. So
cool. Can you show me your favorite, I guess, impersonation or like voice acting?
okay. Every time I go live on TikTok or something, people always ask me to impersonate Donald Trump.
Okay.
So I would go, well, we're gonna be the one. It's gonna be amazing. It's me, Donald J. Trump.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Well done. That was very good.
Thank you. And I can do ones from Family Guy, Simpsons, Star Wars, Lilo and Stitch, South Park. It's endless.
Nice. I cannot do any, but my brother does the best Kermit the Frog.
Oh, hi, yo, Kermit the Frog here. Yeah. Okay, well, Brody, I'm going to give you the floor. Promote yourself, Instagram, TikTok. Let the people know what's going on.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you everyone for watching. My name's Brody Leigh. You can follow me on social media. My Instagram, my TikTok is just Brody. Oh no, my TikTok is Brody Leigh. My Instagram is This Is Brody. And yeah, thank you all. And you can find me on Spotify. Swag Club is out. Brody Leigh, and keep an eye out for new music soon.
Okay. So what are we expecting from Brody in the next? What are we expecting from Brody this year?
Okay, this year, I mean, I've got a lot of big goals and exciting things coming up this year. I've been working a lot on some new music that I'm so excited about. And I'm going to be playing some shows, so keep your eyes out because I'm very excited. I just played my first like proper solo show up in Auckland a couple of weeks ago, and that was so much fun. So definitely some more shows, some more music, and just working towards some bigger projects in the near future.
Right. And how has your career been impacted by COVID?
I think it's quite hard to say because in all honesty, I haven't really experienced my career without COVID. Like my solo career began in the midst of like, lockdowns and things like that. But it's been pretty tough in terms of doing like studio sessions with artists, especially over the lockdown period, because we were doing them via Zoom, and that was really just not it. It's very difficult. And then doing shows, anything like in person live was affected, but I was still very much writing at home, and I guess that's good enough. So yeah.
Okay, well, Brody, this is the final question. If you could see anyone on Mic Time with Marty, who would they be?
Sorry, could you say that again? I'm so sorry, I didn't hear.
No worries. If you could see anyone on Mic Time with Marty, who would they be?
I'm gonna say the Borderline Boys, my brother's band. They're a bunch of goofy, funny, talented little boys, and I love them. So yeah, they would be quite a laugh.
Okay, because tomorrow I've got Penny Putty, who is part of Solomeo,
Cool, that's real nice.
and a few other people that are coming up. Erin Simpson, Chris Parker. Yeah, a few people.
Okay,
Are
exciting.
you planning on getting merch or anything out or anything like that?
Well, just know that that is in conversation. I cannot confirm anything for the time being, but I actually I don't have it with me right now, but we were making those sad club necklaces, which was so cool to send those around, and if enough people wanted those, I could definitely look into making some more.
Okay, well, Brody, thank you so much for taking your time. What are you doing for the rest of the afternoon/night?
Well, tonight I'm going to catch up on some uni work,
Mhm.
which will be no fun. No, I'm going to do some uni work. I'm just going to have a chill night, got my peppermint tea, and just take it easy because Monday's Monday tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day, so just chilling.
Well, again, thank you so much. I expect nothing but greatness in the future. I will make sure to send you the link so you can brag to everyone that you're on Mic Time with Marty. And yeah, who knows? Maybe when you become big, rich, and famous, or if you're in my neck of the woods, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how you progress throughout these years.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. This has been so nice.
No worries. See you later.
So see you.